All right, guys, it's time for everybody's favorite video of the week. So welcome back to the Knives Fast channel. It's time for what came in this week. This is going to be pretty wild. Last week, we only had 3 new knives, and a lot of you were bored with that video. It didn't even get that many views. This week, it's 11 new knives. So let's jump in, and we're going to jump right in with 3 value-priced Civivi knives. This is the Mini Praxis, guys. Really, really cool. You guys have seen this. It is not a new design, but let me just say, this guy is $30. I will leave links to everything below. There are 3 versions, but this particular one is 30 bucks at Blade HQ, and it is in D2 steel, of course. But, you know, come on, it's black coated. Everything is coated. Really cool. It's a liner lock, decent access to the lock bar, snappy detent, a place to choke up, very thin stock with a swedge at the top, which makes it very slicey. 2 more Civivis here. So this is a new one. This is called the Civivi Incendi. And this is, again, a black blade. Now, this one is, I believe, hold on, I think this one is in 14C. It is $63.75. And it is in 14C. Bigger knife, really interesting. I was a little worried about the kind of not very high flat grind here, but it's thin enough stock. This guy cuts like crazy. The fuller doesn't cause any issues. Nice big grip. Kind of has a very familiar Civivi shaped handle, if you ask me. It is a plunge or button lock, but it still has pretty snappy action. They seem to get that right. Good, smooth action and everything, so that's cool. And then one I've actually been wanting to get in for review for quite some time is the Ben Peterson or NAF's designed Civivi Incendi. Extremely thin spay point, or some people say it looks like a reverse tanto, but it's a spay, guys. And this guy is in Nitro V with contoured G10 scales. You can see that beauty right there. These 2 are flat, and it has a reversible clip. And let me, these are $63 as well in Nitro V. And the little surprise is that you've got a pair of tweezers inside, and then if you flip it over, you've got a toothpick inside. Really cool reversible clip as well. Very thin, slicey blade with a good low tip. I think this thing is really cool. Great access to the lock bar. Very smooth, very low profile flipper tab that snaps open like crazy. So those are the 3 Civivis that came in. We'll put these off to the side. We'll bring them back in at the end. So let's see what's next here. I've got an order I'm trying to do all this in, but I've already confused myself. All right, so the next one is this guy. This is the Fentiso Falcon. $53.99. Very interesting shape. Good shape down here in the hand. Got a nice big area to choke up and a thumb ramp here. Very cool. Beautiful looking gray wash blade. Not reversible clip, but you do have a lanyard hole. Good action as well with that, just the flip, well, with the flipper tab and the thumb studs, I'm sorry. But really smooth close on this guy. Again, it is $53.99, and I'm trying to remember the steel. It does not tell me. Come on, where is it? Oh, by the way, they do say that this part right here is 90 degrees, just right there, and perfect for a fire, like a flint, fire steel. Why do you not? 14C. Okay, so very good. Again, we're knocking the budget knives out of the park here on this video. We've got the budget knives for days. All right, next one, but we also are going to have some fancy ones too. So now we have the whoops, nope, I skipped one. Now we have the KB Knives Decimal. So here's your fancy one. One of your fancy ones. This is designed by Mark, New Breed EDC, Loot 10. Beautiful, beautiful knife. Contoured titanium scales with the, wow, Casey, the diagonal milling lines. Beautiful kind of Warncliffe sheep's foot blade with a hole. Yes, it works. Yes, the front flipper works well. You do have great lockup, great access to the lock bar, and a beautiful closed profile, guys. And these with M390 steel and a belt satin, beautiful knife. These are priced at $240, and I believe, I'm not positive, but I think my Kubi code, maybe it's not, maybe it's a different one, but try my Kubi code, which is KC20LT for 20% off. I am not sure if that works at KB or not. They did not tell me that, so I am not sure. All right, next one is, by the way, we've only gone through 5 of the 11 here so far. So this is the TACCOM Unnamed. It's the unnamed named knife. It doesn't have a name, but it does have a name, and the name just happens to be unnamed. So, so it is a plunge lock, button lock, beautiful milling on the handle, as you can see there. Gorgeous looking stonewash blade with a very wicked clip point there. Tall, flat grind in Magna Cut. Now, this guy may have some of the best acoustics of any knife I've seen in quite some time. This is pretty wild. It is very good on the action, not reversible clip, no lanyard posts, but a decent titanium clip. Very, very cool. Thanks to TACCOM for sending this. Cannot wait to do some cutting with it. It is a wild one for sure. All right, and then next we have 2 knives from White Mountain Knives. The first one is this guy. This is the Trevisa Monaceros. I picked it up. I had White Mountain send it to look. I will be sending these back, these next 2. But it just looked cool. It's in 14C, really cool, upturned, a Warncliffe blade. I can't really flick it with the hole. The hole's not as accessible, and the detent is very solid. That is a shame. You can thumb open it like that, but I cannot. Well, okay, I can, but it hurts. Good access to the lock bar. Nice looking micarta, reversible clip, no lanyard posts, good detent, and very nice action. These are $51.69 at White Mountain Knives, and you can use code KNIVESFAST for 10% off. The next one is a fancy one from White Mountain Knives. This is the Tuya Rackham Jack. I had a viewer request. I can't even remember who it was now, but requested. But you have this Shigaya pattern on the titanium. It is a frame lock with a steel lock bar insert. It is a very strong detent with that flipper tab, but because you got plenty of jimping, this one works really well. I can also take that nail nick and middle finger flick it off of the nail nick. You have a very nice belt satin there, belt satin, full flat ground with a nice swedge. Just a gorgeous knife. Now, these run $189, and there are 4 versions. There's 2 of these, and then there are 2 buoy designs with one is jigged and one is Shigaya. Same thing in this one. There's a jigged version and a Shigaya. And a lot of people will probably like the buoy one better because it doesn't have the nail nick, but I actually really like this. Again, not a reversible clip, no lanyard post, $189, and you can get 10% off with code KNIVESFAST. We're down to 3 more left. Next is 2 knives from Blade Binge that just came in. Now, this one drops on the 9th, the 8th of October, only at Blade Binge. This is the Dark Mode, NAFs, Lander 3, and 20 CV and Brittany Blue. And this is the best looking lander I've ever seen. Reversible clip. It is in a bar lock version here. You have thumb studs as your deployment method. And somehow, some way, they made this very snappy. Made by Kaiser. Really good looking. Again, dark mode only available at Blade Bingin. There are only 200 of these. And guys, this is $169 in Brittany Blue Camo Carbon and 20 CV. Yes, sir. Very, very nice. Again, coming on the 8th. And then the next one is another Blade Binge exclusive that is even more exclusive. This is... hold on, I'm trying to get my paper out so I say it right. This is the Crispy Donut Community. Well, what's the name of this thing? It doesn't tell me. There we go. It's the Hanson Warncliffe XL. Wow, I couldn't remember the name. In dark mode, guys. S90V at 62. This is done by QSP. And then you have... titanium PVD coated with the milling, diagonal milling. It is a frame lock with a lock bar insert. You have thumb studs or a flipper tab. Now, I will say the D10 is a little lighter on the flipper tab, but it does work. You have a low flat ground here, kind of like a saber, I guess, or something. We'll try to cut with it in the review. Also, can we flick it off of the fuller? And the answer is absolutely. Good looking handle. Very, very nicely done indeed. So this one is a limited run of 100 pieces at $229 a piece. And definitely check this one out, guys. Very, very cool indeed. All right, we got one more left, and this is probably the longest what came in this week video we've ever done, but I'm going to end it with a custom that I ordered. This, guys, is my custom spear point little jigged micarta slip joint from Gene Wiseman. Gene is a custom U.S. maker out of Oklahoma. This was made in October, thus the O. You have a vintage paper micarta that's been hand jigged. This is hand pinned together. You can see absolutely perfectly done. And the reason I got it in the first place, this ridiculous fat spear point. This is in D2. So, yeah, I know. Come at me, bro. This is what Gene does his knives in, and I really wanted a knife from him. And I think it'll be fine as long as I keep it clean, just like all the 1095 slip joints I have. So it's fine. You have gorgeous handles, very nice size. I'm getting Lancelot leather to make a slip for it. It is in brass pins and brass lanyard tube. Just really very small and nice and unassuming. Nice walk and talk, a little lighter than some, but it's like probably a 5.5. Yeah, it's like a 6, I would say. Very nice. I am very happy. Gorgeous looking handles. All right, let's see if we can get how many of these we can get on the screen here. I will just do 2 rows here, and we'll get them all out here one more time and let you guys see everything that has come in. Now, this also means I am going to be extremely busy doing videos and trying to get these back out into the pass around group before I have them for too long. I just have no way to control this. I go from no knives to all the knives at once. That's just the way it always happens for me. And you know what? It's a blessing to have all these in to check out. It's just going to be very interesting to get them all done and out of here. So there you go. That's everything that came in this week. And what I love about doing this right before my week in review or month in review on a Friday and then posting it on Saturday is that I can just leave these out now and show them on my live stream later this Friday afternoon. So if you don't join us for KF Live on Monday nights at 7:45 Eastern and week or month in review on Fridays at 1 p.m. Eastern, please do that. We have a blast. Guys, there's everything from this week. Longest one I've done, but still rapid first impressions for sure. There will be full reviews on all these, so like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and thanks for watching the Nice Fast channel.